What's up, y'all? I hope everybody's having a great day today. I just wanted to come and make a very quick video. This is not going to be long at all. But there was a post that I had typed last year and it came up in my memories, and I really just wanted to speak on it again on video because I know a lot of people aren't going to read like a long, typed out Facebook post. You guys are more likely to actually listen, and watch a video. I think that's a lot easier for people to comprehend and actually get what they need to get. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about this really quick because at that time I had seen a post on Facebook, and the post was about which Bible character do you most what was the word that you most what was the word that encourages you the most, that you most relate to. That's what it was. Which character in the Bible do you, thank you Holy Spirit, do you most relate to, and which character really encouraged you? So for me at that time, I hadn't honestly thought, or I didn't have really an answer to who I related to the most or who really encouraged me. I got encouragement from many books in the Bible, many characters in the Bible. However, at that time I couldn't think of just one specific person. So at that time, I had started my Bible over again. The Lord had really led me to start over once again from the beginning. So I still was in Genesis at that time, and I got to Genesis 16, which is about Abraham, but at this time he's still Abram and his wife is still Sarai, and they were still barren. They were still waiting on the promised child. And so at this point, Sarai tells Abram, I'm going to give you my maidservant Hagar, and I want you to wed. At this point, sex is marriage. So I want you to wed her, have sex with her basically, and have her baby with her. She'll carry the baby, and then that will be our promised child, right? So in this story, I never had honestly paid, we all know the story of Abraham and Sarah and Isaac, but I never honestly had paid much attention to Hagar and Ishmael, right? So I want to just read really the revelation and just the encouragement that I got from this story, that I got from Hagar and what she was going through. Because like I said, I never had honestly paid attention to her that much, right? So we get to Genesis 16. And again, I'm reading out of my New Living Translation. It says that we'll start at verse 4. So again, Sarai proposes, Abram, you take my maidservant, she will bear you a child. So we get to verse 4. It says, so Abram had sexual relations with Hagar, and she became pregnant. But when Hagar knew she was pregnant, she began to treat her mistress Sarai, who is her master, with contempt. And that alone right there, that one verse, how many times have we got a little testy with God? We get a little irritated with God because we feel like we are being obedient. We've done what our master has told us to do. We have whatever God, our master, has impregnated us with, and then we begin to get a little irritated with him just about everything that's going on. We might not want this gift. God may call you to preach. God may call you to do anything. Go give to 100 people. You never know what he's going to impregnate us with. And sometimes we begin to get testy with our master. We begin to get irritated with our master by what he has called us to do, right? So then it says, but I just read that. It says, then Sarai said to Abram, this is all your fault. I put my servant into your arms, but now that she's pregnant, she treats me with contempt. The Lord will show who's wrong, you or me. Verse 6, Abram replied, look, she is your servant, so deal with her as you see fit. Then Sarai treated Hagar so harshly that she finally ran away. Verse 7, it says, before I go to verse 7, let me say this. Verse 6, it says that Sarai treated Hagar so harshly that she finally ran away. I got a revelation from that also, that Hagar ran away because she felt punished in her obedience. Man, there's so many times that I have felt punished in my obedience. You're obedient to God. You're doing exactly what God has told you to do. You stop doing exactly what God has told you to stop doing. And yet you still feel like you end up in a wilderness. In your obedience, you still feel like you end up, in a situation that's like out of your control, and you're like, God, I did exactly what you wanted me to do. God, I did exactly what you called me to do. I did exactly what my master has made me do, and yet I still feel like I ended up in a wilderness, right? So that's exactly what happens to Hagar. She's obedient. She does what her master tells her to do, and then her master treats her so harshly, she runs away. And then we get to verse 7. The angel of the Lord found Hagar beside a spring of water in the wilderness along the road to Shur. Verse 8, the angel said to her, Hagar, Sarai's servant, where have you come from and where are you going? I'm running away from my mistress Sarai, she replied. Verse 9, the angel of the Lord said to her, return to your mistress and submit to her authority. So right there, that is a key for all of us as well. Return to your master. We don't have a mistress. Sarai is her mistress, but Sarai is her master. So we should return to our master and submit to his authority. Submit to the authority of our master, because at the end of the day, when you submit to the authority of your master, everything is going to happen the way that it needs to happen, right? Everything is going to work out. Everything will work together, come together for the good of those that loves the Lord, right? So that is exactly what the angel is trying to get across to Hagar. Go back to your mistress and submit to her authority. Verse 10, then he added, I will give you more descendants than you can count. So right there, that is saying that when you go and submit to your authority, what you're carrying, what you're pregnant with is going to birth something. What you're pregnant with is you're going to birth something that's great, that's many, that's plenty. When God gives you something, when God impregnates you with something, what you birth is going to be worth the pain. What you birth is going to be worth it, right? So we're going to keep going. I want to skip down to verse 13, because this is really, really what got me. There have been so many times where, say, like, I'll pray something, right? I might say, Lord, send me a person. I really want to give, I really want to give to people. Send me somebody who really is in need. And hours or a day later, somebody will text me, and it just will be random. Hey, I need, can you please do this for me? Can you do this? Or it may be something that I'm really pondering on in my head, or I need an answer. God will literally send me a person and start up a conversation about exactly what I was asking him about and give me the answer that I needed. It's been just so many crazy things, right, that God has done, to where I have literally sat down and spoke to God and said, Lord, it just amazes me that you listen to me. It amazes me that you hear me. It amazes me that you see me, like you're really here. And that truly is so amazing. Like when you're literally talking to God and he gives you an answer that like something happens just so supernaturally that only he could have done that, because only he knows that. It's so amazing. So we get to verse 13, and it says, thereafter, Hagar used another name to refer to the Lord who had spoken to her. She said, you are the God who sees me. She also said, have I truly seen the one who sees me? And she actually, in King James, it says that she calls him El Roy, which means the God who sees me. The angel also tells her before this that her son's name will be Ishmael. Ishmael means God hears. So all of this is really a testament that God listens to us. God hears us. Even when you are following your master and you start to feel punished in your obedience, you feel like you're obedient and you still end up in the wilderness, just know that whatever he has impregnated with you, he hears you and he sees you, and he knows exactly what you're carrying, and he knows exactly what it's gonna birth, and it's gonna be great. That's all I have to say, y'all. I really got encouragement from that. I hope somebody else does as well. I love y'all, and I'll be back next time.